Today, I'm going to be demonstrating 4 different phonics blending techniques. To do so, I'm going to use 3 words per technique just so I can demonstrate an understanding of how to use them. The first technique I'm going to use is a sound by sound technique. So as I demonstrate, I'm going to demonstrate as if you were my student instead of an audience. All right, guys, we're going to work on blending today. So we're going to work on our sounds. So you see I got 3 words here. We're going to focus on this one. I want you to say the sound that I highlight, okay? So when I use a highlighter, I want you to say it, okay? So what does this sound? Good job. Good job. Good job. All right, now all together, ready? And man. Good job, you got man. All right, next one. We're gonna start with this letter. Good job. What sound does this letter say? Good job. What letter does this say? Good job. So we're gonna go so it's gonna go him. Good job. All right, our next one. So you see these 2 letters right here, they kind of go together. So they don't stay by themselves. These 2 go together. So it's gonna be kind of like this. So what does a C and an H say when they're beside each other? Ch. Good job. Ch. You see, I'm not saying cha, I'm saying ch. Kind of stopping, ch. Good job. All right, so ch. What does this say? Good job. What does this say? Good job. So all together, it's going to say chat. Good job. All right. Good job, guys. Next, I'm going to work on continuous blending. So with this one, I am going to kind of turn sideways so you can see my notebook a little bit better. All right, guys, we're going to use the same words we used last time, but this time we're going to do it a little bit different, okay? So I need you to use your listening ears, listen real big so I can tell you all the instructions, okay? So when I highlight it, you're going to say the sound, but you're not going to let go of the sound. So to let go of the sound will be, but to hold the sound, I'll be, okay? So I want you to hold the sound until I touch the next letter. So you ready? And man, good job. All right, you're gonna do this next one on your own, okay? Him, good job. All right, this next one, remember it starts with a weird, funny front, right? All right. Chat. Good job. All right. The next technique I will be using will be whole word blending. All right, guys. This is kind of like the last one we did, and it's the same words, but this time we're not going to hold it. Remember last time we held the sound? We're just going to say the sound and let it go, okay? So say the sound and let it go, and then we're going to put it together, okay? You ready? Sound. Good job. Good job. Good job. So, man. Good job. All right, let's do this one. Good job, it is. Good job, Good job, All right, now put them together, ready? Good job, him. All right, this one, remember we got to put our first 2 together. Right? Good job. All right, put them together. Chat. Good job. Good job. All right, and the last one I will be using is spelling focused. So with this one, it's going to be a little bit different than the way I did all the others. All right, guys, you see these letters that are in blue? They're kind of different because they make what sound? What sound does E and W make together? Ooh, good job. What sound does U and E make together when it's together like that? It's also ooh, good job. So, ew, 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 right? Okay, so when I put my finger here, you're gonna think the sound. I want you to think it in your head, okay? And then when I tap it, you're gonna say it out loud, and then I will say it so you can check yourself, okay? You ready? Think to yourself. All right, say the sound. Ooh, good job, ooh. All right, now let's do the word. When I put my finger in front of the word, you're gonna think the word. When I do my finger like this, you're gonna say the word. Then I'm going to say the word so you can check yourself. Think the word. All right, say the word. Drew. Good job. All right, we're going to do these next two the same way. Okay, so I'm not going to give instructions again unless you need them. If you need them, raise your hand. Perfect. All right, I'm going to do the same thing. So think the sound. Say the sound. Ooh, good job. Now think the word. Say the word. Glue. Good job. Did anybody miss it? Did anybody not think glue? No, perfect. All right, let's try this last one. Think the sound. All right, say the sound. Perfect. Ooh, ooh. All right, think the word. Say the word. New. Good job.